Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th episode of Trailer Hitch.
Is it 7 already?
We're already at 7.
Time has flown by, Kevin. Oh my god.
I know, and it's a lucky number. And ladies and gentlemen, you're pretty lucky because we got a ton of trailers.
We got hit by so many trailers, especially today. Like this morning, a bunch hit.
A bunch hit, and so we have some trailers to talk about for our main segment.
Yeah.
Which we're now going to start calling the main drag.
Get over it. Deal with it. It's awesome. The main drag.
Additionally, y'all have come really hard and have given us 20 different trailers to review for our Hitchhiker segment.
Yep.
And so we're going to be going even faster. We're going to be packing even more opinions in. Until then, we're going to need some music.
Yeah.
Do you have anything, James?
No. I mean, I could sing something for you right now.
If you could, please.
And something with the trailer hitch.
Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, he just whipped that up right off the top of his head. You could whip up something off the top of your head and send that to us as well. We're not saying you have to do it, but if something were to come our way, James would appreciate it, I'd appreciate it.
We wouldn't hate it. That's all we're saying.
But until then...
You can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Turn the lights, grab a seat, pour yourselves some whiskey neat. It's time to judge the shit out of these future releases by the movie trailers. We're Trailer Hitch. This movie might totally suck, but the whiskey sure is going down fine. Yeah, we're Trailer Hitch.
Well, welcome to Trailer Hitch, everyone. We're glad you're here with us.
Did we intro ourselves yet?
I think we've been missing introducing ourselves for the past 3 episodes, but let's just jump on it right now.
I'm Kevin.
I'm James. Welcome to Trailer Hitch.
And congratulations to the Chicago Cubs fans.
All the Chicago Cubs fans out there. I know there's a lot of them.
You guys fucking killed the GOAT.
Yeah,
Good job.
Yeah, I am not... Wait, was that the Cubs? The GOAT? Yeah, the GOAT was the Cubs.
Yeah, the GOAT was the Cubs. Yeah,
the Bambino... was the Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's right, okay.
Yeah, the Chicago Cubs was some dude tried to get into the stadium with a goat. And they were like, what are you, get the fuck out of here, you have a goat. And he was like, you shall never win the World Series again. So apparently a warlock had put a curse on the Chicago Cubs, and it had held steadfast for 100 years. So
108.
108,
yeah.
Thank you. So to whoever found that guy's Horcruxes and destroyed all of them, thank you very much on behalf of Chicago.
You know, there was a loophole for that curse that guy set up. They just needed to change their name to the Chicago Goats, but they were all like, yeah, we're not going to do that. We'll wait 100.
They smell really bad. And they would encourage other people to bring goats.
Yeah, it's
and that's just not
the one goat was enough. I think we'll stick with the Cubs. We'll wait it out 108 years. Thank you very much. I'm not a Cubs fan, Kevin, but I was rooting for them this time. It was really exciting watching a team that hasn't won in 108 years go all the way and go the distance, and it was really great.
Well, I think it's important to note that as Wisconsinites, I don't think baseball is as permeant for us, mainly because that's all together lists the years where the Milwaukee Brewers were a good team.
Yeah, we haven't been great. But you know what? It's a rebuilding decade, so we'll get back into it.
It's been a rebuilding decade since they started.
Well, anyway, what I'm saying is, watch out, Cubs fans, because next season is Brewers season. Not really, but maybe, but hopefully. I doubt it.
I don't think so. I think the Dodgers have a better chance. And, hey, speaking of Los Angeles teams, our first trailer in the main drag is La La Land.
Good segue, Kevin.
It's pretty strange that we keep running into each other.
Maybe it means something.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so. You could just write your own rules, write something that's as interesting as you are.
What are you going to do?
I have my own club.
There's so much to talk about with this one, and I wish we could just break into song and sing about it, because it's going to be a musical, and that would be really cool.
And a 1, and a 2, and a...
La La Land, la 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 land. No, God.
Well, I mean, we made the effort. Well, anyway, this is La La Land.
Thanks for covering.
Just trying to help. Written and directed by Damien Chazelle. You might know him as the guy who wrote and directed Whiplash.
I know him as that guy.
Co-wrote 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Did not know that.
And now he's coming out with a new movie, which, yes, is going to be a musical.
Yes.
Set in Los
I love
Angeles,
musicals, Kevin.
starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Both very lovely people.
Lovely
I would say.
people, yes. Excellent. Ryan Gosling, handsome guy. Hell of a looker.
Anyway, La La Land is about two young people living in Los Angeles. Emma Stone is an aspiring actor. We see her at an audition and not necessarily breaking her way.
Not going so well.
No. And then we
Yeah.
have Ryan Gosling as a jazz pianist.
At like a restaurant or a club. It's a club, yeah.
But he gets fired.
He gets fired on Christmas
On Christmas, no
by
less.
J.K. Simmons. What a dick. What a dickhead.
And then the two meet and immediately fall in love, and you can tell because Emma Stone walks up to Ryan Gosling and is like, "Hey, I heard you play," and then he immediately kisses her.
Yeah, I'd like to
right the fuck in.
I'd like to talk about that because this movie looks charming as hell. It looks beautiful, looks fun, looks great. But in the world of PC correctness, and we strive to be the most PC podcast out there, Kevin.
We're PC as fuck,
We should acknowledge how not okay
That's really
that
not,
entire scene was. Because not only did he interrupt a woman while she was talking, he interrupted her with forcing himself into a kiss without her consent at all.
Which presumably that's the first time they've met. So it's like,
but it's okay because she instantly fell in love with him afterwards, I guess.
I guess. I mean, we don't know the aftermath of
He
it.
just got, I mean, she wrapped her arms around him instantly.
Sure.
Like, instantly.
But she could be trying to crush him.
That's
with
true.
her arms.
It was a defense mechanism.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
see. But also, Ryan Gosling is super, super handsome. So,
He's very handsome. He might be able to get away with it. So, yeah, anyway, Ryan Gosling moves in, kisses Emma Stone. They cut what I presume is a musical number called Get Your Grubby Hands Off Me, I Don't Even Know You. And then the two seem to connect really well together. They traverse around the city.
Yep.
They confide in each other about their ambitions, their frustrations with those ambitions, and the roadblocks that they face.
Yep.
And it's about these two people basically just trying to make their dreams come true in Los Angeles, which we absolutely cannot relate to at all. And so, fucking never need to see it. What do you think?
Dreams are for idiots.
Right?
Just sell out. That's all I'm saying. Sell out, get some insurance, just do what you can day by day.
Drink a lot.
That's what being an adult's all about. Cheers, Kevin.
Yeah,
cheers.
cheers.
To adulthood.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Find a spouse, barely talk to them.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a great world we're living in.
America. Anyway, I was, of course, being facetious.
Yeah.
I did. I really, really enjoyed the trailer. I think.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, the atmosphere is so fucking great. I thought it did a really good job of capturing how pretty Los Angeles is, but then it can be.
Keyword, it can be.
But it also like has those shadows that kind of shows the edge of the city too.
Yeah.
And does like a great visual trick to kind of clue us into Los Angeles as a character. And I feel like it's representing Los Angeles very well, where it can be very pretty. It can also be really fucking cutthroat and really hard on people who are earnest and just trying to achieve their dreams.
Yeah. Because it's just a rat race out here. It's absolutely insane, and everyone can come out with like the best intentions in the world and hopes and dreams and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but it just doesn't work out for everyone.
It's true.
It's just,
yeah.
Reality, man, it's gonna slap you in the face.
And reality does seem to be slapping the two characters in the face quite a bit.
But we go to movies to escape from that. So hopefully these two protagonists can break out of the shackles of reality and start singing songs and follow down their hopes and dreams.
Because they do float in the trailer.
There might have been some wire work involved. They are in Hollywood.
It's true.
That's all I'm saying. It was real dark. We couldn't see properly. That's all I'm saying.
But I did really like the two characters that they had set up. We have the jazz pianist who is kind of like trying to do a very old art form that isn't very popular anymore, but him holding on to those values and him trying to make it playing that very particular style.
Yeah.
And then you have Emma Stone, who, I really love that shot where she ripped her coat open with, like, the stain.
The coffee stain down, like, she was just frustrated and flustered. She looked like she was walking out of
an audition.
An audition that went badly or something, and the wall was lined with other people auditioning
Other
and stuff.
hopefuls, yeah.
This trailer was full was great shots.
For sure.
Just beautiful. The color, the shot compositions, everything looked great. I loved it.
Yeah, I would also say that it's a great trailer too. I love the quick cutting right at the very end.
It built real well.
Builds very well. It built with the song.
Yeah.
I might have liked to have actually seen the people performing the song, but I am happy with like the collection of images that were given to us because they are all very aesthetically pleasing. But at the same time, yeah, for sure, it did. It built to a climax. It hit that peak, and then we got that title card. And it did. It made me really giddy the first time I watched it. I was like, I have to, I'm fucking seeing the shit out of it.
I'm so excited. You know, it's interesting you bring that up because we haven't seen people in the trailers sing yet.
Right.
It's just been voiceover of singing. And I was really excited for this trailer, because we've only gotten 2 teasers up to this point, and they were very, very much just teasers. The first one, I believe, was Ryan Gosling singing VO to beautiful imagery.
Yes.
And then the second one was Emma Stone singing VO to more beautiful imagery.
Well, I think the first couple of trailers as well were very moody. You know what I mean? Like, they were very, like, you know, it's like these 2 people, like, kind of looking at each other from across
It's more
the
melancholy than fun.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know?
And this one really hit the fun.
Oh,
of
it definitely did. And it showed some fast pace in it too. Just like Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, like walking down the street talking to each other, you just get the sense that there's like some quick pace to it, which tells me it's not just completely slow moving the whole time.
Yeah.
But I'm just really excited that this trailer came out. But like you said, though, we haven't seen anyone sing yet, which is interesting. I wonder if that's just.
And bear in mind, that's not necessarily an issue.
No,
because I don't think that we're going to get the movie, and it's like, holy shit, none of the lip syncing is right. Everyone is singing like 15 words after what's on script. This is fucking nuts. You know, I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. But at the same time,
it reminds me more of the Disney musical that came out a couple years ago. With
Frozen.
No, the live action one. Meryl Streep, Emily Blunt,
Into the Woods.
Into the Woods. Yeah. Thank you. All the marketing for that, you didn't see anyone physically singing. So everyone was kind of like, what's the deal? Is this just like a live action non-musical adaptation? And then we kept getting like confirmation from Disney, no, this is a musical. It is a musical.
Listen, I know you're not getting that from what we're giving you.
We know we're
now,
not selling
and
that.
We're really frustrated by it.
So I'm not entirely sure what the hesitance is of selling something as a full-on musical.
Yeah.
Maybe they're worried they're going to lose a lot of audience.
Yeah, I think it's because ultimately musicals aren't necessarily fashionable anymore. And I guess that was
Which
a lot
is
of
a fucking crime. I love musical, especially movie musicals, man. That's how I got into musicals to begin with. It wasn't stage. It was watching, like, Singing in the Rain and, you know,
Blues
shit
Brothers.
like that. And, well, fucking Blues Brothers, of course.
Fuck yeah.
But musical movies, that's how I got into musicals.
Sure.
And I don't want that to go away ever. I love musicals, you know?
Yeah, and so apparently Damien Chazelle had trouble getting the movie made in the first place because it was a musical, and he was explicitly told, hey, these aren't marketable at all. And so I think that might be part of where it's coming from by just having like, oh, here's this catchy little tune. Oh, yeah, that must just, like, play at some point in the movie, am I right? And then you waddle into the theater and, what the shit?
Yeah.
It's a music. Well, I already paid. I'm here.
It's like...
I guess that's their thought.
He wore the studio down. They're like, okay, you can make the musical, but just so you know, we're telling everyone it's not a musical. That's on you. It's all on you. It's not on us. We wash our hands of it. Good luck. We hope you make a lot of money, though.
I hope he makes a lot of money too, because I'm gonna need to see.
Need to see it, absolutely. Play the sound alarm. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so this is actually coming out in the next month or so.
I actually didn't look at that.
It's primed for award season. It's going to be in December. So we're going to get the opportunity to see it. We're going to report back to you guys with our trailers in the rear view segment.
Yes, eventually, at some point. Don't hold us to any certain timetable. We will get to them eventually. That is the game plan.
For sure. Yeah, we're definitely going to jump on La La Land with Animalistic Fever, which, speaking of...
Oh, you did it again.
You know, Nocturnal Animals are really vicious. And this trailer also looks pretty vicious. You want to take a look?
Is it about raccoons?
We'll see.
Let's do it.
I really wanted to be this person that you thought I was.
When you love someone, you have to be careful with it. You might never get it again.
Alarmingly few raccoons in that trailer.
There's not enough raccoons. I was unprepared, Kevin. I was ill prepared.
Don't worry, I got your back. Nocturnal Animals is directed by Tom Ford, who is a fashion designer. Also wrote and directed a movie a few years ago called A Single Man with Colin Firth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
Cool.
This is starring Amy Adams, Jake Gyllenhaal. It just keeps climbing, right? Michael Shannon.
Love Michael Shannon.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I mean, look. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He's absolutely fine. I'm razzing a dude I don't know. Oh, Ilsa Fisher is in it, too. Isla Army Hammer's in it?
Okay, all right, that's enough.
Laura Linney!
We didn't, not from the trailer, obviously. The trailer was just those main 4 that you mentioned that we really focus on.
Yes.
Amy Adams gone done and did something.
So far, so good.
She done something. We don't know what it is.
Keep it going.
All right, let me explain this trailer for you.
Please.
Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal. This is based on the trailer, guys. Mm-hmm. They have their meet cute, per se.
Yeah.
But they had already known each other, from when they were kids or something. They had crushes on each other. And it blossomed into a marriage. That is the impression I get. And then the marriage ended badly for some mysterious reason that we're keep reminded of, that Amy Adams did something. She did something. We're not entirely sure what it was, but it was enough to upset Jake Gyllenhaal and call her a nocturnal animal, which is kind of like the C word apparently in this world. There is some other players that get hired or involved.
Michael Shannon definitely seems like he's willing to do something.
There's shady characters.
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure whose side of the fence they're on with this.
I'm assuming Michael Shannon was on
Jake Gyllenhaal's side? Yeah, maybe. And then they were going to do something to make the other person regret the mysterious other thing that they did that was maybe kind of a thing.
There was a gun as well.
There was a gun in a shot.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be introducing a new mini segment because I do feel like this is important when a trailer seems to not give enough information or doesn't seem to sell the movie right. Basically, anytime we go through a rundown of, this is what the movie looks like, I'm going to corroborate with IMDb and just let you know what the synopsis is. So right now, the synopsis for Nocturnal Animals is, an art gallery owner is haunted by her ex-husband's novel, a violent thriller she interprets as a veiled threat and a symbolic revenge tale. That's not what I got out of that trailer.
Nah. There's nothing about being an author or a writer or a book in that at all, right?
Nope.
Okay, didn't think so.
No art. No art.
Now, this is a later trailer. This movie comes out very soon.
Yeah, November 18th.
I have seen another trailer for it a while ago in which I do remember some basic plot setup of Jake Gyllenhaal as a writer who wrote a book.
Okay.
That is in a previous trailer. That's not in this trailer, and this is the one that we're reviewing, and I'm just like, what is this trailer?
Yeah, for sure. It did. It played very, very coy with what the movie was about. But at the same time, I mean, that synopsis does sound fairly interesting.
It sounds like your average thriller.
For sure. Now, what did you think of said thriller?
The trailer was good with the exception of leaving me in the dark, completely on who's against who or, where these players... it doesn't really do a good job of, setting the chessboard, per se, and, letting you know where your players stand. It's very muddled. But I liked the style of the trailer. It reminded me of a lot of thriller trailers. A lot of stuff I've seen before, but is effective, like jump cuts on, Amy Adams walking up a flight of stairs. Throw in some jump cuts of her walking up the stairs to make it more tense, I guess. I don't know why it works, but it works. I think it's an effective editing technique. And there's Jake Gyllenhaal showering, and there's some jump cuts thrown in there. I think those are really effective. There looks like some really intense scenes, really dramatic, high-intensity acting scenes, which, totally have me interested. These are some incredible actors here.
Oh God, yeah.
Michael Shannon is incredible.
Amy Adams is fantastic.
Amy Adams
too.
is fantastic. It's just, it looks really intense. Like it looks like there's like some sort of car accident scene in it too, which looked great.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it other than I wish I knew more about what these characters were going through or thinking or feeling or...
Yeah, because I mean, at least with this trailer, yeah, like the biggest thing that I got out of it was Jake Gyllenhaal kind of seemed like the epitomization of the nice guy meme. It's like, I don't know why girls don't go out with me. I'm such a nice guy. And it's like, well, it's because you're a fucking creep. And like, he seemed to be the embodiment of that. You know what I mean? Where it's like, he's a super sweet dude. And I'm assuming it's like Amy Adams' mom or something is like, dude's a bitch.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they end up getting divorced. And then it's just a lot of like, what you did was unforgivable. And it's like...
But what'd you do?
Yeah.
Probably nothing that bad.
Yeah.
But no, but she is... There's voiceover of her saying what I did was I did something really bad.
Right.
So, okay, so it's...
There might be more to it, but right
Yeah.
now they're just playing it as they got divorced.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe she's just like really beating herself up about something that in retrospect is really not that big a deal.
Oh God, I took his pots and pans.
Yeah,
that was
I
such
mean,
a dick move.
We all do it though. We all like do something and then like beat ourselves up about it and be like, that was really bad of me. When really it was just like, I mean, I just asked that person in front of me to walk faster.
Yeah, I mean, like, there really isn't much to go off of with the characters, and so for me, what I was more so focusing on was the style of it, and namely the color palette, I think is fucking pretty as hell.
It's really interesting because it's very dark, but you get like real intense splashes of color in there, especially with Amy Adams' green dress, which really pops in the aesthetic of the trailer, which is really, really cool.
Yeah,
totally.
And I think that's the benefit of having a fashion designer as a director is they are constantly looking for composition and what colors pop in certain scenes.
Yeah.
I feel
the
like
aesthetic.
Fashion, that just sort of comes out of you.
Absolutely.
Like, and
that's a really good point. Yeah.
I feel like Tom Ford's style is very cool, and like I think the same was true for A Single Man as well. Regardless of how I felt about the movie after I saw it, and I mostly liked it.
That's
but
the
my
one,
main
no,
takeaway was like, damn, that guy can whip up a good visual. Though.
Yeah, Colin Firth plays a closeted gay man in that,
yes,
right? Okay.
In the 50s.
In the 50s, right.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, like, all the actors are really good, even Aaron Taylor-Johnson. You know?
He looks creepy as hell.
He looks very creepy.
He looks very unsettling.
Yeah, everyone looks really good, and it looks like they're playing the part, but yeah, I agree. Like, I don't really know right now too much about them, and especially if we get this curveball of, oh yeah, like there's a novel and she takes that as a revenge tale against her, and then does that mean that he is actually trying to enact that revenge fantasy or whatever, is really interesting, and that would have been really cool in a
Just
trailer.
the hints. Just honestly, I feel like there was room in this trailer to be able to fit that in. Like, that seems to be the enticing events. That's not the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say? But there's a term for it, and there's a word for it. And fans...
Catalyst.
That might be it, actually.
That's
that's it. Thank you. I was about to
All right, no one write in. We have it. Don't worry.
To call out to people to write in. The catalyst.
Yes.
Thank you. This book seems to be the catalyst of what makes this movie, spiral to whichever direction it does.
Definitely.
And I think you really needed it in that trailer, and I feel like you could have fit it in.
Absolutely. I also just have to say, because I'm not a big fan of the auteur theory, I feel like there should be a limit to how many times a director's name can appear in a trailer.
Did it appear a lot?
I think we should cap it at 3, and here it was at least 7,000.
No way.
There were at least like 5.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'll do it.
And don't get me wrong, like maybe they're banking on people to be like, Tom Ford, isn't that the guy that makes suits? And maybe they're trying to pull people in that way.
Yeah.
But
maybe.
at the same time.
But I doubt it.
Yeah, like it hits a certain point where after you show me the title card, 3 or 4 times, and then at the end it's like director Tom Ford, writer Tom Ford. It's like, okay, first of all, you could have just fucking melded that into one credit.
Yeah.
Additionally, at a certain point, I feel like you're just trying to shove the name down my throat versus the actual movie itself.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, ultimately there is stuff that I am digging about the trailer a lot.
Yeah.
I do love the atmosphere. I love the color palette. I think you got the actors there, but the characters right now do seem a little bit thin because we don't have the additional information from that synopsis. We don't know from this trailer that Jake Gyllenhaal is a writer. You know, for all we know, Aaron Taylor Johnson is the character in that revenge tale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? Even
there are a lot of layers here that could be really interesting to explore, to hint at it in the trailer.
Yeah.
But instead of hinting at it, it's like, it's a thriller, which, all right, but what makes this thriller
Yeah, you
different?
can't just tell me in a title card it's a thriller and then just, like, skimp out on all, like, the important nitty-gritty of it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not cool. And also, what I just realized is, in this trailer, they're like, oh, my ex-husband, blah, 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 right? So we saw them meet. We know they're exes, so they're divorced. Why are they all of a sudden in each other's lives again? Obviously, we looked it up. We know it's because of this book. But in this trailer, it's like, wait, if they're divorced, just, like, go on with your separate lives, right? Dude, just, like, chill, like, leave each other alone. It's fine. Just
For sure.
do your own thing. And it seems there's no reason for us to be like, oh, no,
And
they're
it
coming
does. It
back
definitely-
type of thing.
Again, it paints the Jake Gyllenhaal character very thin because it makes me hate the character. Because yeah, I completely agree. It's like, dude, fucking move on.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
She left, and you might be sad. I don't know. Maybe write a book.
Maybe
And then-
he left. I don't know. We don't know. There's a lot we
Yeah.
don't know about this
Yeah,
relationship.
write a book that doesn't involve someone murdering their ex-wife.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's
Anyway.
what I agree.
So right now, I'm very much at a need to see more with it. Again, I think that the trailer shows promise.
Yeah.
But there's not enough for me to go off of that would make me say, yeah, I'm going to go see that movie.
Yeah. You know, there was a lot that wanted me to go never need to see it for this. But I really, really like Michael Shannon. I really, really like Amy Adams. And I really like Jake Gyllenhaal. And I feel like there's got to be something worth seeing with that. You know, even if this trailer didn't, knock my socks off, I'm definitely going to go with need to see more as well. Even though I was kind of on the fence about this one. Like, this is another one where similar to A Cure for Happiness, where it's like, maybe. But, like, this one has kind of the star power that I'm a little bit of a sucker for sometimes. So that got me to keep my eye open for more for this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Seeing as how it comes out in like a week and a half, we're probably not going to see any more.
No, this is probably it.
But that's okay.
now.
We're reviewing this honestly.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nocturnal Animals. I'm probably not going to go see you in theater.
Which I'm sure is disappointing to Tom Ford specifically.
Who is definitely listening to this podcast right now.
And he's really disappointed, but we just got to say, that's life.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, our next trailer is for life.
That's life.
We're looking at the first proof of life beyond Earth.
You finally a daddy? It's gonna be a big custody battle over this one.
It's beautiful.
So basically, it's Alien but smaller.
That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting a little bit of... I was going to say it reminded me of Sunshine, the Danny Boyle sci-fi movie a little bit, but maybe the things that remind me of Sunshine is because the things in Sunshine remind me of Alien.
You know what? Hold on. Let's back up first. So, this is Life.
Well, welcome.
It is directed by Daniel Espinosa, whom I don't recognize.
Sure.
I will note, though, it is written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who were the guys who wrote the Deadpool movie that just came out.
Oh, right on.
And Zombieland. Looks like they're taking a turn, though, because this doesn't appear haha funny.
Nope.
Not even a hee-hee funny. It seems like it's a straight sci-fi
he's
thriller.
haws or hose.
Yes. It is starring Rebecca Ferguson, Ryan Reynolds, and Jake Gyllenhaal. Otherwise, tiny cast. Not that many people involved.
Right.
It seems like this will be a pretty contained sci-fi story up in the station. And so, in the station, we got a lot of people who are, just sort of floating around more or less for the first, 30 seconds of the trailer.
Who knows? I don't know if they're on, a specific mission to collect something, or if they're just, on, a space station they're researchers or something, and they're living on the. I'm not sure how astronauts really. That's a thing, right?
So what I understand, they play covers of David Bowie songs and then record them and then get like millions of hits on YouTube.
That guy's the best.
That's all I know. That's what the modern space program is.
Yeah, we'll play a clip of it right here. We won't, but I was just kidding.
It's just, we're just gonna leave
melts your heart.
Yeah. So anyway, they're floating around.
Yep.
They're playing VO from an older speech. I didn't recognize who was giving the speech.
Really? Because it sounded an awful lot like John F. Kennedy. Because he's like the big main like space exploration president. When you're gonna have like a go-to,
it sounded like him. I just didn't recognize the speech. I
didn't recognize the speech either.
Okay.
But it sounded like John F. Kennedy to me, and like he was the space exploration president.
And see, for me, John F. Kennedy seems to be the guy who's like, things were going really well for him, and then things took a terrible turn. Which, speaking of,
you mean when he got it shot in the head,
right in the face?
Yeah.
So in this trailer, they come upon an organism.
Yeah.
And they confirm, yes, this is life.
Yep.
It is in alien form. Everyone's like super giddy. Ryan Reynolds' character cracks a joke, but I thought it was actually like kind of charming.
It was a good joke, and it's like totally on point too. Like that is something that would happen.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
like it seems like they're American astronauts, and the guy with the microscope who's actually looking at the organism seems to be from the United Kingdom or from England. So that was a great...
We just have to assume that Jake Gyllenhaal is Russian because he's just staring angrily the entire time.
But Ryan Reynolds says, like, there's going to be a huge... Like, congratulations, you're a father. There's going to be a huge custody battle over this. And you're right. That's an awesome joke for this kind of, like, setup.
Yeah.
And we don't really know much about these characters. And, like, so that... I got a real good sense of a community family feeling of these characters, which was a great... You got to do that.
But something's going to happen to that family because that organism.
Oh no! Are you sure?
Bites him or something. Like he does something.
So he's definitely poking at it.
Yeah, he's sort of poking at it. Like, don't worry, he's got some gloves on.
Yeah.
Like, and there's a protective screen and everything.
Yeah.
And so he's just like sort of prodding at it. And the fucking thing latches onto his finger, and
it cuts away before you see it actually touch him.
Yeah.
And it cuts to the guy's face.
And he's not having a good time.
No, he's screaming quite a bit. And his eyes are turning like bloodshot red. Something horrific is happening.
Yes. Yeah. And then the rest of the trailer just seems to be a mad dash of them, trying to escape.
Yeah.
Some unseen force. And really the biggest thing that stuck out to me was Jake Gyllenhaal. It appeared to be him locking Ryan Reynolds out of some place.
Yeah.
It was like him closing a latch.
Or vice versa. I can't remember which, but...
Jake Gyllenhaal, like, mean glaring him, like, pulling from his Nightcrawler days. And, fuck you, pal.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds kind of looking at him like,
dude, what the fuck? I mean, they did do the Captain Kirk Spock thing where they, like, met their hands on the window together for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was, supposed to be a touching moment. Jake Gyllenhaal's eyes do not...
It doesn't feel touching.
It does not instill confidence in that mindset, but... Yeah, it's interesting. I really like the sense of claustrophobicness to it.
Yes.
Which is very opposite. We talked about Passengers a couple weeks ago, or a couple episodes ago, with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, how that was more about isolation, and it was important to make them feel like they were in this massive space alone.
Right.
And this is quite the opposite. You got...
Everything's very confined.
It's very confined, which harkens back to... Alien quite a bit, I think. So, like you said, though, a lot of rushing around the ship. From what? We're not entirely sure. Maybe this organism uses the English guy as like a host.
That could be
of some sort.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because right now the organism is literally in a petri dish. It's that small.
Mm-hmm.
And so if like this little tiny thing is just sort of like crawling or flopping along on the floor, it's not going to make for much of a movie.
It doesn't. No, it's not very terrifying.
No.
Not very intense.
So really the big question right now, because we've both we've made the comparison to Alien.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's enough here to distinguish it from Alien right now? Because right now I feel like this is basically Alien plus gravity equals life. Which I guess could be a potent metaphor for...
Now, hold on. If you want me to, like, really dive into it, sure, I can. Like, these guys are legit astronauts and scientists, right? In Alien, those guys were, like, space truckers.
Yeah.
They were just like, they were not scientific type people at all. They were just hauling cargo from one planet to another or something. They were supposed to go home, but they woke up early and shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
So there's a difference. Like, if you want me to, I can come up with shit, Kevin. But you're right. Like, I think what you're getting at, I also feel, which is it's very, very similar to how things go in Alien.
I didn't say that.
Just
you implying what I'm... no, that's not.
Is that where you were going with that?
Yeah.
I can read you like a fucking book, Kevin.
I'm open and I'm honest.
But like,
yeah, I mean, like,
it's not a bad
right
thing,
now,
though, right?
No, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. But I guess right now it is a very brisk trailer too. It's very quick, and the vast majority of it is who we presume and agree is JFK, just sort of trotting along.
You know what?
Being like, ah, man, fucking space.
I'm going. I thought about it. I'm going all in on JFK.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, like right now, that scene where the organism attacks the one scientist or astronaut is kind of the centerpiece of this thing.
Yeah.
And that's really the most jarring thing. It's the thing that I think we're supposed to latch onto and make us...
Latch onto, like
Yeah,
the organism
like the
possibly
organism.
latched onto his finger. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. It cut away too soon.
Anyway. And right now, that scene, it's like, didn't really work for me. I guess just because it's so small, we don't know what the organism is doing. You're right.
Right.
Like, if this thing is more or less just sort of like, ETing him and it just really hurting, I don't know. Like,
I don't think
know
that's
if there's
it.
that much of a threat.
Yeah, I think it's more of a using him as a host scenario, and honestly,
Which could be fascinating, but we don't see that astronaut then, get up and then be like, hello, humans, let me in.
I mean, that would be too much, though, right?
I mean,
I wouldn't be able to take that seriously. You go the normal horror trope route of not really showing the threat.
I can understand that, but really, aside from Reynolds' one joke, there really isn't anything to go off of character-wise other than, Jake Gyllenhaal looks evil.
There's some, B-roll of them, laughing around the kitchen table.
It's really not that much, though.
You know what? No, you're right. It wasn't that much.
Yeah, so...
But I could, Ryan Reynolds looks like he's laughing, and that makes me smile, because he looks like a fun guy. So
yeah, and I can definitely agree
I could see why they put that shot in the trailer. Because everyone goes, oh, it's Ryan Reynolds laughing. He's so handsome and charming and sweet and great.
I could see myself laughing with that guy, too.
Yeah.
I'll go see this movie.
This looks like a fun romp, but it's not.
All I'm really getting off of it right now, because we don't get that much character stuff, and we mostly just get that one centerpiece scene, is literally, it's Alien, it's just the alien is smaller. And ultimately, I don't know, that's not really enough for me to get into the theater. But I'm very much teetering in between never and need to see more.
Sure.
I'll go a little bit lighter and say need to see more, but holy shit, I really hope that next trailer gives me more to go.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think I'm more on the side of need to see more than, let's say, Nocturnal Animals, but still very much in the middle of everything. And it's it really didn't show us a whole lot. I liked what I saw. I really liked that scene. I thought it was done well, and I think there's a lot more to this movie. It's not one of those movies where it's you watch the trailer and it's man, it doesn't really look like there's much substance there. Much there for substance, blah, blah, blah. This looks like it has a lot to it, I think. We just haven't been shown it yet. We haven't been shown the goods yet. I need to see more. Definitely. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I guess ultimately I just wish that the trailer had inspired more wonder.
Sure.
But thankfully, our next trailer coming up is Wonder Woman.
Oh.
So we're going to get plenty of it.
What is your mission?
To stop the war.
What war?
The war to end all wars.
Weapons far deadlier than you can ever imagine.
war can be ours.
Wherever you are in more danger than you think.
I cannot stand by while innocent lives are lost. Be careful, Diana.
Wonder Woman! I meshed the two. It was great.
Could have been a great theme song for that. All right, so Wonder Woman, directed by Patty Jenkins, who directed Monster, the Charlize Theron serial killer movie.
Yeah.
It is starring Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Is it? It's Gadot.
I'm fairly certain.
You have to hit the T.
I'm fairly certain that T is audible.
Okay, cool. I'll take your word for it. Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Robin Wright, James.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what you're thinking about this. What happens?
Would you like me to explain what this trailer is telling me the story is about?
Please do.
Because that's what trailers are for.
Mm-hmm.
Telling me what the story is. What I'm in for.
What I'm
in for is a movie about Wonder Woman. There you go. No, I got more than that. So there's this.
Finish this piece of pizza. Jesus.
I'm not the biggest DC historian. I don't know a whole lot about a lot of the DC heroes. Wonder Woman is one of them, which is a reason why I'm super excited to see it, because I don't know much about Wonder Woman. But the setting, there's an island that all these Amazonians, Diana, aka Wonder Woman.
You just assume that they're all princesses?
No,
very feminist.
That's not very feminism on me. You caught me. Gosh damn it. Hashtag feminism.
Go on.
Anyway, it's an island, like a secret island, to my understanding. Like, it doesn't look like it really has ever been touched by, like, the grasps of modern society. So we got Chris Pine crashing a warplane there. We see that in, like, the distance. Yep. And then, like, an ensuing battle taking place with Germans, maybe, or I think
Germans.
It's hard to tell.
They seem evil.
They
probably
have
German.
Whoever they are, they got guns,
yeah.
And guns are something the Amazonians are not entirely familiar with.
Yeah,
because as we are mostly aware after watching this full trailer, Wonder Woman has the ability to stop bullets with her bulletproof wristbands, but that first bullet that goes whizzing by her head and
into the abdomen
and possibly maybe kills the person that is falling behind her.
There's a chance, yeah.
She definitely could have just, like, stopped the bullet, but I'm guessing she didn't really know what it was, so she's like, I don't know if my wristband can really stop that thing at this point. She looked more, like, curious than anything. Anyway.
What's that? Oh, it kills you.
Yeah. It kills you dead. Good thing my wristbands stop it. It basically draws out Wonder Woman to the modern world to help fight, to help stop this, like, war from...
Which is World War I.
The war to end all wars. But anyway, Wonder Woman goes out to fight to help just, like, end the suffering and the carnage that is happening in the world. In the process, finding herself to be a hero. Like, a hero that this world desperately needs. That she's got a greater purpose outside of this island that she's been kind of just, like, hidden away on her entire life.
Yeah.
That's basically what this trailer sells to me is the story.
All right.
Also, awesome guitar riff theme. What do you got to say?
What do I got?
What do you have to say about it, man? Don't just sit there all quiet like.
Well, here's what I think. So this is the second trailer that's come out.
Second.
Yeah. So the very first one came out
with Comic-Con.
Yeah, and that first trailer I did not like because it was Chris Pine, and by the way, Wonder Woman's in it. Like,
that's true.
Very, very focused.
You're
on
correct.
Chris Pine.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And I'm like, that's not the fucking movie. Fucking hashtag feminism. Where's Wonder Woman in Wonder Woman? And what I like about this trailer is it does give me all Wonder Woman all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what the movie should be selling, and that's what we should, as moviegoers, that's the thing we should be excited for, is the fact that Wonder Woman is finally getting her movie. I think that some of the action set pieces were, like fairly solid. Like, I think World War One is a very interesting place to throw Wonder Woman into because it is known to be a very brutal and horrific war. I mean, like, we get that shot of the mustard gas. That said, the bullet time did nothing for me. I was not...
You mean on the island?
It happens twice. Like, because there's that shot where it's on the island, he fires the bullet, and it like... And then presumably goes into an Amazonian's abdomen.
Yes. Or her head. Could have splattered her brains against the cliffs.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
But then it does happen later in the trailer, too.
When she's walking on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. She's in full Wonder Woman garb.
Yeah.
And she deflects the bullet. Mm-hmm. And it, like, bursts into confetti. That's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that shot.
Right. I'm also not crazy about the Zack Snyder style of, like, it goes really fast and then it, like, slows down, like, out of nowhere. Because we get that with her jumping through that glass window.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Where, it's like she smashes through the glass, and then all of a sudden we're gonna really slow down. And, like, it's a very it's very Snack Snyder.
Snacky is Snyder.
It's all Snacky's move, right? And ultimately, I want to see the Patty Jenkins movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I also have added claim in it, too, because I'm not the biggest Zack Snyder fan. And so I was kind of hoping that, we would get at least, like, somewhat of a different visual take, or at least not relying on the same tricks of that DC universe. Because I'm not that crazy about those tricks. And so that is definitely more like a personal thing. Like, if you love, shit going really fast and then really slowing down, then, oh my god, it seems like Wonder Woman's going to be right up your alley along with all the other DC movies.
Yeah.
And, with Wonder Woman, I'm just kind of, like, okay, I guess that's where we're going.
Yeah.
I did really love the shot where she's looking out over the water, and you see that plane coming down.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that looked really great.
Yeah,
I think because there was actual color in it,
yeah.
It wasn't like the Zack Snyder desaturation level to the max.
But see, like, there's actual point to that, though. It's like their island is untouched by the outside world, so it is, like, super beautiful and lush. And then she steps out and everything is gray and shit. Because it is. Like, I think that's a cool aesthetic choice. I liked that. I liked how gray and dreary everything was outside of her island. And I think her outfit brought more color to it. And I kind of looked at that as her bringing some of the color from her island with her to the outside world. And I thought that was kind of a cool aesthetic choice.
I mean, like, I understand that point, but at the same time, if it could be a different drabness than from what we are used to seeing in the DC universe, which, like, again, I know I'm kind of, like, I feel like I'm trying to shoot the moon with being, like, give me an entirely different movie, and what this more might entail is I'm kind of burnt out on origin stories specifically.
Sure.
But, like, with superhero movies,
You're not
too.
alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Like,
it's very, a lot of people are feeling that way.
It's hitting the point where I feel like it will take a lot for me to get into the theater for any superhero movie, regardless of if it's DC or Marvel.
Yeah. What's kind of interesting, I think, for me at least, and for people that have seen Batman v Superman, is we've already been introduced to this character not in her origin story, which is kind of a new way of doing things. Marvel hasn't really done that a whole lot. They've done it here and there, but their formula has pretty much always been origin. Like, everyone, you saw their origin before you saw anything about them.
Yeah.
Spider-Man being the one exception, I think. There's probably more. There's definitely more. I'm definitely missing some. But it was cool watching Batman v Superman and her in it, and she's just got, she's been around forever. You know that because that old World War I photo is in Batman v Superman. So you know she's been alive and around, like, forever.
Yeah.
Since World War I. And now I'm kind of okay. Like, maybe if it were just an origin story is our introduction to her, maybe I would feel burnt out about it. But maybe I feel differently because I got some action with Wonder Woman way displaced from her origin.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting the origin story, so maybe I'm feeling a little different than you.
Yeah.
Or other people who might not have seen Batman v Superman.
Which could be the case.
Just came up with that right now, so thanks.
Yeah, God, you're so smart.
Not too shabby.
Again, it seems like Gal Gadot is going to be doing...
Gadot. I'm pretty sure it's
Gadot? God damn it. Anyway, I feel like Dot is going to do a great job. It seems like she's really embodying the character. We got enough of Chris Pine in the first trailer to know that he's basically going to be Chris Pine.
Yeah.
And we can just sort of autofill with that. But, yeah, ultimately, it's, is what's on display, because this does feel like this is more the action-oriented trailer. The first one was like, look, we can be light and fun, too. And then that, especially for me, didn't work, and they're like, okay, fuck, but for real, like, here's all the action. Like, This feels like they're really pushing that right now. And ultimately, the action, I don't know, like, it looks all right.
Sure.
But I don't think it's enough for me to get into a theater right now. So I will give it a need to see more, just because at this point, like, okay, it's like, that's your action, that's your style, but, like, is there, like, what can you give me that's, that'll make me excited to go see a comic book movie again? Because it's been a while for me since I've been, like, jazzed to see one in the theater. Like, I kind of had to get dragged to Civil War to see that. And had it not been for you, I don't know if I would have seen Civil War.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure I dragged you to Winter Soldier, too.
And that's true. And like,
you ended up really liking it.
Really liking that. Yeah. And so hopefully that's the case here. Like, hopefully I can walk away and be like, man, fucking Wonder Woman was way better than I thought it was going to be.
So if we had a rating of, if I got dragged to this movie, I would sit it out and wait it out and see how it goes. Yeah. You would go with that rating.
Yeah, I guess.
But we don't.
We don't do that rating.
So
it's just a need to see more.
Need to see more, you son of a bitch.
I'm just saying. Like,
I feel #feminism, so I'm going to need to see it, Kevin. I'm really excited for it. I think there are certain shots and action-y stuff that totally didn't impress me. Yeah, some of the action stuff seemed okay to me. I'm just, like, really excited to see a Wonder Woman movie. I don't know why I never thought I would be, because I just knew nothing about the character. But after seeing Batman v Superman, I got, like, really excited for this, and this trailer just kind of got me even more amped up. So, yeah, I'm gonna need to see this for this one. And honestly, I've been enjoying all the DC movies thus far. I know I'm kind of in the minority with that, but I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not saying, like, I love them, but I've been really enjoying them enough to be like, I saw it once, I don't feel like I wasted my money. I saw it once, I enjoyed it once. Do I need to see it again? Probably not, but I had fun that one time. And that's how I feel about Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Suicide Squad. I had a good time with them. They felt like, if you ever read a comic book where you finished it and you're like, that was fun to read, I'll probably never read it again. That doesn't mean it was a bad comic book. It just meant it wasn't my favorite. But it was fun to read. I'm glad I read it. Yeah. That's how these movies have been for me. And I think this will be kind of in the same line of that. And it's a character that I've been really enjoying, or have enjoyed in Batman v Superman. So there you go. Need to see it for me, Kevin.
It's kind of fucked up. Like, I think for me what's going to end up tipping the scales more than anything is how long it is. Like, if it comes out like, oh yeah, it's 2.5 hours long, I'm gonna be like, bye.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
If they get if they get that shit under 2 hours, like, I might end up going and seeing it.
Sure, yeah.
Because again, like, for me, yeah, like, I agree. Like, it is cool that Wonder Woman's finally getting a movie, but ultimately, like, the confines of the superhero genre are definitely getting to me a lot. You know what I mean? And specifically in, like, the bloated run times and, them kind of sticking with one visual style or whatever. Like, I'm just kind of at the point where I'm like, I feel like I've kind of run my course with these.
I get you, man. I get you. And you're not alone. Like, I feel like that's a big majority, especially with these DC movies.
Yeah. And so, I mean, here's hoping. Like, again, I'm still at a need to see more.
For sure.
If that more happens to be that it's not 3 fucking hours long, okay, maybe that'll be the thing that tips the scale.
Fair enough. Agree to disagree. Higher. Cheers.
Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our main drag, but, let's get away from that.
Yeah.
Let's hitchhike a little bit. Let's see where we can go from here. And
we're talking about you, hitchhikers.
We got a lot of stops to make because you guys really want us to stop at a lot of places. We got 20, that's right, 20 trailers for this week.
Doubled it from last week. Last episode.
It's, it's getting to be a lot, but I feel like we can handle this, James.
Yep.
Now, last week we did it in under 5 minutes for 10. And, we did 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Do you think that we can do all 20 in 8 minutes?
I think we can go for 8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Let's do it.
In and out? Right, so we've assembled all of our notes.
So many notes, Kevin. There's so much notes.
You have like 3 pages worth.
Well, it's like a page and 2 envelopes.
3 pages, I say.
Yeah, all right.
Who knows what's in those envelopes? There might be more notes.
That's correct. It just folds into more and more notes.
All right, so we're going to do all 20 of these in 8 minutes. It's a pretty big feat.
We're going to attempt to do it all in 8 minutes.
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
All right.
So
you
ready?
You tell me when to hit the thing on the stopwatch, and I'll hit it.
And once again, folks, for hitchhikers, I'll give a little bit of a plot synopsis before each movie that we review the trailer for.
So you can follow along at home.
Yes, and then I say my piece, James says his piece, and then we just hop right into it. All right?
Damn straight.
All right, dude, here we go. Wish for Christmas is about a girl who wishes upon a light fixture and makes her parents not Christian, and it makes them terrible people, and she has to learn to find God. I said, checkmate, atheists. By not believing in God, you're apparently terrible people. Maybe if you wish upon a light fixture, you can find true happiness. I'm willing to go to war with this Christmas. Never need to see it.
Sigh. First of all, that high schooler is like 28. Look, I've said it before, spiritualism films have a demographic, but it's not for me. Way too heavy-handed. I'll take It's a Wonderful Life over this any day. Never day to see it. Never need to see it.
Cool. A War. It is a, I believe, Danish movie? Denmark?
Sure.
Yeah, one of those. And it is literally about the war in the Middle East. So I said, a war, what is it good for? Absolutely something. Could be fascinating to see the war in the Middle East from a foreign perspective. Do they approach the conflict from the same perspective? I don't know, because the trailer didn't say, unfortunately. Need to see more.
The war scenes look legit. Home scenes look sentimental, but a very recognizable feel to the story of who's at fault for an incident that happened. Need to see more.
Cool. Land of Mine is about German POWs who have to dig up landmines with their bare hands as punishment. So I said it's an interesting premise for a movie. Love when movies take a humanistic approach and remind us that no matter what side of the war you're on, the other side is made up of people who are just as frightened as you. Need to see it.
Land of Mine. Another war movie? Way more my speed. Super interesting story with natural tension built in between people diffusing hostilities and bombs. Need to see it.
I don't need to see it. Okay, so Man Down is about Shia LaBeouf, who comes back from war. That's what the trailer gives me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, well done trailer. Thought the song and escalating violence paired well. Completely hides the fact that it is a post-apocalyptic movie, though, which makes me think those parts of the movie are shitty. Well, LaBeouf looks alright in it. Need to see more.
Don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, based on the trailer, totally modest comparing Shia LaBeouf to Brando.
No shit,
However,
right?
really intense visuals wrapped around a compelling story of brothers lost. Need to see more.
Yep. Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. It's the third movie in the Triple X franchise. Apparently Vin Diesel didn't die, even though he totally died in the Triple X franchise. Anyway, I said the first trailer just looked like not so fun. This trailer reminded me, oh shit, right, it's a Triple X movie. Love the high five gag, low. Need to see more.
Absurdity wrapped in an energy drink. Too much skiing on trees and motorcycling on water to be bothered with a plot or other than Triple X is back, blah blah blah. Still, the absurdity intrigued me. Need to see more.
Cool. Office Christmas Party is about a bunch of people from TV shows you really like getting together and throwing a big office Christmas party to save their office. I said it seems like it's banking off of likability of the actors to hide kind of a thin premise. Also, man, that trailer really wanted me to laugh at that Uber joke. Never need to see.
God, I have the biggest crush on Kate McKinnon. Just needed to get that out there. Looks hilarious for me and will put me in a Christmassy mood. I loved Horrible Bosses. Horrible Bosses 2 was just okay. Willing to roll the dice on this one. Need to see it.
All right. Frank and Lola is about Michael Shannon and Imogen Poots, and they're in a relationship. She stars in what looks to be a pornographic film. and it makes him go crazy. And I said, it's like if Douglas Sirk directed a noir. I love noir and think Douglas Sirk is boring as hell, so I'm pretty mixed. Need to see more.
So that's what it's about, huh? Michael Shannon, so good, but Justin Long with a weird accent? Yeah, amazing. Stylish, sexy, dangerous. Feels like I've seen a lot of overbearing relationship movies, though. Need to see more.
Cool. Incarnate is about Aaron Eckhart, who is trying to unpossess a kid who is possessed. I said it's so absurd it's either the hardest need to see or the hardest never need to see I've ever given. Ultimately, what stops me is visually this looks as compelling as a foot. Never need to see.
According to Aaron Eckhart, exorcism is BS. He fixes you with science. All the practical body slamming looks dope though. Never need to see it.
But that body slamming is great. All right, so I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House. This is a Netflix movie. It appears to be about a woman who is confronting a haunted house. I said, I'm the bored thing that lives next to the pretty thing that lives in the house. Never need to see.
I have, huh? Is this like Stranger Than Fiction except a horror film? Pass, never need to see.
Cool. Rules Don't Apply is, oh shit, I'm trying to remember. Oh, the Howard Hughes movie.
Yeah.
Howard Hughes. So I said the trailer abandons the plot thread with the guy from Hail Caesar, but Beatty's take on Howard Hughes seems pretty charming. I'll allow it. Need to see.
Warren Beatty as Howard Hughes seems like the highlight of this movie. Looks fun and breezy. Overall, looks fine. Need to see more.
Okay. Split is an M. Night Shyamalan movie about James McAvoy who has split personalities. He ends up capturing 3 teenage girls and holds them captive, and they try to escape. I said, James McAvoy is always great. Premise is alright. Shyamalan, well, I've been burned before. Need to see more.
So wait, he can turn himself physically into a monster beast? Yeah, I was on board till then. McAvoy looks great in it, though. Need to see more.
Cool. Burn Country is about a foreign correspondent who is traveling through America by the looks of it, ends up uncovering what seems to be a murder in the town, and things go haywire. I said it's Fargo plus Winter's Bone plus journalist snooping equals, yep, see you there. Need to see it.
I put Orion Production Company still a thing? Huh. Looks interesting. Hillbilly James Franco isn't enough to sell me, though. Never need to see it.
Shit.
Yep.
Okay. Dreamland is about a guy who is trying to fulfill his dream of building and owning and operating a piano bar.
Yes.
I said, guy walks into a piano bar, but it doesn't exist because he has yet to build it. Seems like a workable premise with interesting characters. Looked a tad preachy for my taste, though. Need to see more.
Dreamland. Holy shit, another Orion production. Cameron Fry's in it, too. Oh, shoot. What was my handwriting here? Charming feeling, but not a fan of charminizing affairs. Never need to see it.
Charminizing?
Yeah. Charminizing. They charminized it. They charminized
we don't have
Move on, move on.
Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk is about a veteran who serves in the war, commits an act of heroism. He gets rewarded for it by walking through the halftime, but, war. So there could be a great movie juxtaposing the hoorah patriotism in the halftime walk with the brutality of war, but instead the trailer focuses on the former. Hope the trailer is just misselling it. Need to see more.
Was that Steve Martin as the president? Holy shit, it was. Interesting take on the war genre. Not interesting enough to sell me. Need to see more.
Cool. Opening Night is a backstage comedy about a group of people who are trying to get a musical together for opening night.
Yeah.
I said, looks like a totally fun and not as far-fetched as you would think take on what goes on behind the scenes in the theater. Trailer wasn't good enough to throw a bouquet at it, but I'd be willing to throw a rose. Need to see it.
Oh, well done.
Thanks.
Taye Diggs looking fierce as ever. Looks like a fun romp of shenanigans running amok on Broadway, but need to see more.
Okay. Didn't really say why, but all right.
Fuck off, that's why.
20th Century Women. It's about Annette Bening as a mother trying to raise her family by herself in late 70s California. I said, you get to see him out in the world as a person. I never will is said by the mother, which is such a good line, it makes me forgive some of the other on-the-noseness in the rest of the trailer. Need to see.
Sure. Spending a lot of my adolescence being raised by a single mother, I can really relate to this trailer. Great music, too. Need to see it.
Double need to see it. Let's get that alarm really, really quick. Okay. Gifted is about, what's his name? The dude from
Chris Evans.
Thank you. Chris Evans has a daughter. She's super good at math.
It's his niece.
It's his niece.
Yep.
Shit. Sorry.
Cool.
Anyway, I just said, nah, never need to see.
Okay. Goodwill Hunting, but with a 6-year-old. Little cheesy, but heartwarming in all the right places. Need to see more.
Okay. Sing is about a group of animals who are doing a variety sort of like competition thing, a la The Voice.
Animated.
It is animated, yes. The trailers seem to give away major character arcs. Also, is there a reason they had to be animals other than the fact that it's a kids' movie? Never need to see.
Seems like juggling a shit ton of characters. Plus, was that a porcupine cheating on another porcupine? What? Never need to see it.
All right, good. All right, Wilson is about a very brash and confrontational guy who finds out that he has a daughter, so he and his ex-wife team together to try and reunite the family.
Yeah.
Said Woody Harrelson's charm saves this from being too cantankerous. Enough there to pique the interest, but not spike it. Need to see more.
I've never seen Woody Harrelson in a performance I didn't enjoy, but not sure if this is for me. Need to see more.
Cool. Trainspotting 2. The gang is back and they're doing more drugs. I said they're back and they're doing more drugs, and it looks gorgeous to boot. But why do they get back together? Some stuff I'd love to have answered before going all in. Need to see more.
Love the callback to Renton's Choose Life speech from the original. Super effective for fans of Trainspotting, a.k.a. me. Beautiful combination of visuals and music. I can't wait. Need to see it.
Totally get it. All right, time.
Wait. Look at it. Stop.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, we went over.
So over.
We failed.
We were so over.
By a minute in 19
That's
seconds.
Substantial.
Well, then,
you know what, guys?
I guess we are done forever.
Yeah, all right. 7 was a good run,
yeah.
I guess. So, we're sorry, everybody.
Just kidding. We're just kidding. You get to listen to us forever. We'll see. Now I went with two different options.
We'll always overstay our welcome by a full minute. Yeah.
A full minute and 19 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm really bummed. I feel like we stumbled a lot in it.
We did.
Cut out some of the stumbles. We might have gotten it to just down to a minute over.
Yeah, but, ultimately, hey, the important thing is honoring all the requests, and oh my God, we did it.
Yeah, we're not going to do 20 again. At least we'll think about it.
I mean, if you submit it, we'll think about it, but at the same time, Jesus, that was a lot. All right. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Before we go, Patrick Warburton would like to
We have a public service announcement.
It is a public service announcement.
Mr. Patrick Warburton. Hello, Americans, and welcome to November. It's a beautiful month filled with foliage and getting ready for Christmas, and don't forget about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just get ready for Thanksgiving.
But more importantly,
what? Yes?
You need to get ready for the most important thing Americans can do. That would be to cast your vote for the President of the United States of America.
Jeez, Mr. Warburton, I don't know. Does voting even matter?
Yeah, goddamn right it does, son. Voting is the most important thing you can do as an American, Kevin.
Oh, gee, I don't know, Mr. Warburton. I'm going to be so busy that Tuesday. Is there any way that I can vote without having to go and wait in a line for 4 hours?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Kevin, because there is absolutely a way to cast your vote early. You just gotta get yourself registered, which it's a little late now, so I hope you got on board that train.
I somehow did.
Good. Well, good. All you gotta do is fill out that ballot, throw a stamp on it, and then throw it in the mail, and they'll count it early for you.
All right, so there you go. Patrick Warburton.
Get out there and vote, listeners. Sorry that we stumbled on this one a little bit. I didn't have a blueprint to read from. End quote.
Okay, yeah.
That was terrible.
That
was terrible.
It'll do.
No, it won't.
It'll cut together, okay?
For God's sake.
All right. Now,
it's really late, Kevin.
It's super late. And so I think we're going to take off, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for listening. You might have been listening to us on iTunes. You might have been listening to us on Stitcher. You might have been listening to us from our WordPress, because we did get a comment. Someone is actually listening to us from our WordPress.
Did we really?
Yeah, no shit, man. So, hey, that one person.
All right.
Hi.
Hello.
So, that's how you can listen to us. But if you want to engage us, if you want to give us more trailers to review, if you want to give us quips or asides or tell us to go fuck ourselves, you can do that via our Facebook page. You can also email us at trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com. Otherwise, we'll just see you guys in a couple of weeks, and we'll be back with our usual show where we do some trailers. But by that time, Arrival will come out. We might be able to get our first trailer in the review section.
Don't hold us to that. We're gonna do it, but just get off our back about it, okay?
Stop
We'll get it done when we get it done.
Yeah, I guess
we love you guys.
Yeah, we're seriously thankful that you're listening. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We hope you have a great night.
Cheers, Kevin.
Cheers.
And cheers to you, hitchhikers. Bye.
Whoa.
You can't Edmund Holy sails without a sailor stitch, and you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch.